International Master Will Paschall. We're streaming as Sladgie. This is my channel. And we're playing on lichess under the account Sparkle Horse. And this, my friends, is going to be today we're going to be playing the Ponda Arena. Welcome everyone to the Ponda Arena. What is up, guys? Hey, this is my first official arena tournament, guys, so it's gonna be really good. Anyway, good luck, particularly to Jeroen. Good to see you. I haven't seen you in a long time. Anyway, guys, we'll be starting here soon. So hopefully the volume, everything's good to go. I'm gonna show the link there in the stream. There it is. We've got volume. I had some trouble setting up this new interface. The Streamlabs OBS was behaving a little bit weird, but I went back and like redid all the settings and just like cleared the cache. It seemed to work. So not being very good at technical stuff, I managed to solve the problems. Mr. Coffee, what's up, everybody? This is the Ponda Arena, and hopefully it looks okay. Ponda Arena. Soltico helped me with the layout. I want to thank him. Guess I need to refresh. So we've got volume. We've got the Ponda here. Welcome everybody. Astrobate, Soltico, Saronche. We still have a secondary moderator. I forgot. Just in case. If you aren't afraid of Spassky, that's a weird quote. Pretty random. They got this from the big book of random chess quotes, I guess. That is the sound of beer opening. Jeroen would probably recognize it. Who the heck is Jim Slater? If you weren't alive, I guess, during the Fischer-Spassky match, maybe he's somebody from that. I don't know. But whatever. It has no bearing on the Ponda Arena. But as long as it's not like a Susan Polgar quote, I really don't mind. You know, just whatever. Alright. Susan Polgar invented chess. That's probably the next quote in the list. Astrobate, what's up? Alright, guys, so Sparkle Horse, Morwa, Amorales, Jeroen, and I think RSAF Lipoko. I'm not sure if we've had you in the stream. Welcome. Welcome, Mr. Coffee. Alright, guys, let's see how the stream looks from my perspective. Yeah, it looks okay. Kind of, it's gonna look like a lot of black space on the right now before the actual, game board gets loaded, but that's just the way it looks. Alright, so the Ponda Arena 7+2 Rapid Casual Tournament. Thank you guys for supporting the stream. I want to particularly thank, actually, JCS, who donated some money via PayPal yesterday. Thank you so much, JCS. We had some bits donations on Sunday. Very generous donations. We had some bit donations yesterday. Or sorry, not yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. Chess Potzer, Wales, Cash Maui, Astrobate. You guys are awesome. Anyway, this is the first annual, the first weekly Ponda Arena. We should have like a Grand Prix or something. Alright, so almost time to start. I got a message here. What is this about? Click to read your unread notifications. Alright, I don't need that now. I don't want to click on anything strange. I'm running a new setup here. Using a version of the broadcasting software, which I really don't know that much about, so we're not going to mess with anything. I got it working, which is a surprise. Morwa is over 2,200. Congratulations to him. Probably not the first time, but the first time maybe he's been like registered for a tournament here over 22. Zen Chess, Morales, those guys are tough. Scoble, one of our newest subscribers. Jeroen, KK. Anyway, guys, we've got 10 players almost. Well, round 9 up to 10. I think a lot of people are looking for the Sparkle Horse Arena, and I'm a little concerned that we don't, we miss people. But it's never too late to enter in the Rapid Arena, or whatever. Arena tournaments, you can always enter late, which is cool. The layouts need a little adjusting. The bottom is cut off. Alright. The bottom is a little cut off looking. But it's not too bad. You can read everything. Yeah, I agree. Bottom is a tiny bit cut off. It still looks not too bad. That's the best I could do on short notice. I had a really stressful day today, as usual. Hopefully things will get back to normal here. I can't sleep very well. I've been getting like brutal jet lag since I came home. So we'll use that excuse for another week at least. I haven't seen Nefedov. Yeah, I should at least be straight. Hello, everybody. Look, no computers. Just, you know, no holds barred. It's 7+2 rapid casual tournament. Good luck, everyone. All right. We got the Slater quote, whoever he is. And I'm going to enjoy my beer and just kind of relax and chill. I even thought about not playing tonight, actually, because I'm really, really sleep deprived. But it's for fun. You know, it's a charity. No, it's not a charity, but it feels like it could be a charity. No, seriously, I'm a little bit punch drunk today, but it's good. I didn't have an extra coffee, because if I did, Mr. Coffee, where's Mr. Coffee? There he is. No, he's not in there. Where the heck is Mr. Coffee? Mr. Coffee, you're not registered for the tournament? Yeah, we're not going to worry about it now, Soltiga. Soltiga's like, he's becoming like my grandmom. The grandmom I never had. Alright. We had this guy in my college fraternity, Matt Zarum, I remember. His nickname was Grandmom. That would be your nickname there, Soltigo. But anyway, guys, it's time to get started. We got 2 notifications. It's making me nervous. Mr. Coffee's at work. If they see him playing from work, that's it. I understand. Alright, guys. I will get the other like widgets set up so we can do like alert notifications for donations and stuff like that. The Ponda Ponda has been banned, I guess. I don't know. The fake Ponda. The real Ponda is here with me. So, Grandma Johnson. Who's Grandma Johnson? Alright, guys, we got 12 players so far. Because it's not called I Am Sparklehorse Arena. We might miss some of our regulars looking around. Where's the Sparklehorse Arena? On the other hand, this is the first time I've done this tournament in, let's say, 3 months. More than 3 months, where it's taking place at this time. I had changed my stream schedule from, what was it? Well, actually, what were we doing? We were doing, wait, Tuesdays we were losing my mind now. We're doing the afternoon streams, right? Wait. I don't care anymore. I can't think. I have brain fog. That's my new standby excuse for everything. Stress has caused brain fog, and that's why I'm FIDE 2345. I guess that's the main excuse I can think of. Anyway, guys, this is just for fun. We're going to be starting in a minute. I got to play the ever tough Morwa, it looks like. We could duck. You know, we could do a duck where we just, like, sit out the first round. Zen Chess 2136. Good to see you. Haven't been on the stream too often lately. I guess he likes the late night action, being in the US of A. Late night, I used to do that. I used to stay up all hours of the night from the United States, the days, way back in the days, 15 years ago. Before I moved to Europe, I was a late night poker and chess player. Alright, Zen Chess, what's up? Masturbate, everybody, good luck. Again, thank you guys for supporting the stream. I'm going to get like a credits going on, you know, with the Streamlabs, so it'll show like credits for people who've donated to the stream. Just like saying things that pop into my head before we get started here. Anyway, guys, just have fun. You know, got tilt. We're good to go. Classic t-shirt. Alright, I'm going to just enjoy my beer and we'll, you know, maybe even take a round or 2 off and just kind of relax and chill and watch some of the other games if I feel tired or something. I got my new mobile phone today. Couldn't figure out how to answer it. Somebody was calling me and I forgot to, like, I have to swipe. I'm like trying to press the button. It's terrible, you know, it's terrible. Once you hit like 39 years old, you get totally out of contact with electronic devices. Alright, at least I can't answer the phone at a tournament or something accidentally. Sparklehorse versus Morwa. I'm getting like weird advertisements now. What? I'm getting Hungarian advertisement pop-ups on my browser. That's a good sign. Percy Hepworth, good to see you. Alright guys, it's about to start. We got the ambulances. For the first time I can open the window in like 4 days because we've had like thunderstorms and non-stop rain here in Budapest. It's like a sauna. Like 80% humidity with, you know, kind of hot. It's been difficult to do the streams like without the window open. So here we are. We're lucky we can open the windows. Alright, let's get it started with the Ponda and more Wah here. First round, I suppose. Yeah, the Ponda Marinka. Where is Ponda here? I like to see Ponda when he's on the stream. Yeah. There's almost no delay. Okay, guys. Good luck, and don't forget to play unsound chess. All right, like William. Good luck. Okay, let's get started. Master Fugu is in the United States. We've got a little animated Master Fugu down there under International Master. Okay, Nagy Papa. Magyar beszélni. One day in the future, I might do a Hungarian stream, but not this year. Maybe my language gets a little better. Alright, let's get it started. You recommend 1h4? Absolutely, he's a firm believer in 1h4. Alright, we're about to start, so the tournament is starting. Why am I getting this notification? It's a little blurb. Because I have multiple windows open. Surprisingly, we're playing more Wah. And, yeah, good thing you can't click resign too easily. Wah plays h4. I like someone with a sense of humor, you know? Alright, dude. That's awesome. Okay, good luck. So, for those of you that probably don't know, and actually most of you don't, even if you've been watching my stream, I absolutely almost lost some time, but I absolutely used to play h4 all the time when I was on tilt, or when I was busy doing other stuff, when I wasn't really playing chess full time. I was playing poker for 7 or 8 years, like full time, and basically, like, what I did with chess in those periods was treating chess was like a kind of escape from stress, and I would just mess around, in other words. So if I was playing poker a lot, and then I would like tune out and play some chess, or just play chess to kind of like take my mind off what I was doing. I was messing around. I was playing like h4 all the time. I'm afraid I might have some serious lag kicking in here. So I've actually played h4. So my ping is up to almost 200, and that's something that I wouldn't have seen. Okay, we can get out of Discord. I had that turned on. That's not good. That's going to slow things down a bit. So we're treating this with the London system, basic London system type of defense. If he plays h5, I'll do the pawn stop, h6. It's not very exciting, and I'm not a huge fan of the London system, but I think here it's actually fairly appropriate. I don't have, however, the proverbial... We're not going to have the proverbial, you know, proverbial bishop g6, necessarily. Well, although we might anyway just do it. Bishop d3, bishop g6. Just like saying proverbial. I was at this pub today, not drinking alcohol, just with a friend of mine who owns this pub in Budapest, and he kept saying existential. And it's like me with the proverbial. You like get hooked on one word, and you just keep saying it, like you just like saying that word. Alright, we're a little punch drunk. So bishop g6, or... No, I'm not going to say it again. e6, e6, e6. Yeah, e6 is cool. I like them both, actually. Though I'm not really used to playing the Slav structure. h4, you know, it's not very appropriate here. It should be on h3. Chat check. Is this working? It absolutely is, sir. To rely on your streamer to do the chat check. Okay, should we take this? This is a boring position, except for the h4 element. I wonder if we have time for queen b6. Queen b6. Bishop takes f6. We can't be doing that, though. We can't let him, like, smash my pawns to smithereens. Knight d7 I was seriously thinking about. Alright. Underdeveloped and undeveloped. But I'm looking for queen b6 to kind of inconvenience white here. Wow, he took that. Giving us interesting possibilities of taking on e5. More than one way to skin the proverbial cat. Here I'm thinking crazy stuff. I'm really, you know, I was intending on playing this knight c4. This is a little mental. So Marwa didn't want any part of it. He just decided to be really boring. Alright, I understand. I empathize with you. So we've got this pretty boring situation. The h4 is not so bad. White's basically still close to equal. So JCS, I don't know if you were here a few minutes ago when I mentioned it, but thank you so much for the support, for donating via PayPal to support the stream. I'm going to get a list of credits up, and when I get Streamlabs really functioning, we'll have that run after every stream. Thank you guys who donated and supported the stream. Okay, now, there's that word again, which I'm not going to overuse. The question is, where are you putting your king, Mr. Man? Is this a crazy move? A little bit, perhaps. But I wanted to fix his pawns on the dark squares. You know, if he plays h5, then he has like no liability. Wow, c4. Interesting. Soltigo, I will take you up on that. I was actually looking for you today, but I mean, I know it's like really late there, so I was looking for you like 2 hours ago, but I didn't, you know, I just thought maybe you were around on the Discord. I didn't see there. Chat is not working. Me no work. It appears to be working. Infinite Flash Chess, I see your chat. Why e6 look good? Wow, he's castling long. Okay, it makes sense. Totally makes sense. I don't think that black can ever really be worse here. His knight, you know, can go to f3. But in order to do that, he has to play d takes c, giving up the center. I mean, c takes d, kind of not giving up the center, but giving up a pawn that influences the center. Which way do I recapture, by the way? It's kind of hard to decide. White's only a tiny bit worse. He comes up with an ultra creative move. This is just a bizarro move. I mean, it's not completely bizarre to play rook h3. You know, it's... Okay, I've got a pawn on h4. The rook has some mobility. It's kind of a weird position. Obviously, you know. Crowd-funded. Acerbate crashed. My lag was a little high, which I'm getting a very good ping here normally. Look at my ping, 196. My normal ping is like 47. So we can blame this like fully on the Streamlabs. Alright. I want no part of that. Now we can play g3. His rook is entombed. That's another vocabulary word for today. His rook is entombed. Oh my gosh. But that is kind of messed up, man. Like, look at this. Rook digestion. His rook is literally digested on f3. How do you get it out of there after that now? Oh my god. I'm playing the Stonewall Dutch. But we're having fun, guys. That's the important thing. We're here to have fun. Here we go again. Trying to justify his opponent's terrible moves. Look at that. Is that beautiful? Rook f3. See? This is what happens when you don't have a plan. You play that first. Okay, now I played c5. Right. Safety first. He's never going to get the rook out of there without playing an insane pawn sacrifice that's just completely unsound, like e4 or g4. Rook digestion. And then we just want to open it up very carefully, like Grishuk playing Nakamura. No tricks. Tricks are for kids. Wait, I just missed a really strong move. I just got freaking sidetracked. This is just gonna get totally bizarro if his knight gets where he wants it to go. I missed queen e2, which is basically like winning the game. Maybe not. Okay, queen e2, rook f4. It's not so simple. g5, knight c3. And I still have to go back there. So it wouldn't have been so easy. Alright. Alright, whatever. I have rook b8, all these different moves. He's gonna get away. I can't believe it. So it's gonna end up being like ridiculous situation. This is a weird move too. I'm just starting to make weird moves. He's making weird moves. I'm making weird moves. I'm definitely suffering from brain fog. And there's weird sounds going on downstairs. Okay, c5. Allowing rook a3 check. Giving him squares at b5. Everything I do, I'm like second guessing. Why am I doing this? Why am I doing that? Playing without a really concrete plan because of the time control. Last comment. We love you, Will. And that's it. And that's the last they had to say. Oh, man. I think Marwa missed a much better plan than rook d3. Are we lagged out or something? Because Marwa doesn't usually spend this much time. There it is. Now he found the plan. It's alright. We should have counter plan in place. This is just awkward. I have no idea what I'm doing. This is just stupid. What a messed up situation. No, I'm not going to accept a draw, dude. With 2 minutes against 40 seconds, and it's totally weird. But that's awkward. Now both of our rooks are awkward. But mine doesn't have to be permanent. Isn't that essentially the difference? We got to relieve the guard. But how do I do it? I mean, even a bishop sacrifice on a3 could be very, very dangerous. Now he's like trying something sort of desperate. No, I don't even want your exchange. That exchange I'll take. Thought I was... No, we can win the exchange. But let's just take it on our terms. You can take the exchange anytime. Alright, back to tournament. Whew, that was a weird game. But I'm suffering from very, very bad lag as a result of, I guess, this Streamlabs OBS, which I hope isn't going to be the proverbial problem. I don't get why are the notifications getting off when I'm actually streaming. Don't have an answer for you there. Lichess database isn't that great, or at least the one you got on the site isn't. But what do you guys mean by downloading lichess databases? I'm not sure exactly what he means. You mean the Opening Explorer database? That thing? Or something from actual lichess games? You got the notification when I test streamed earlier. Yeah, I mean, I probably could have stopped that somehow from happening, but I didn't know. I didn't stop to think about it. Too sharp. Alright. Mahmoud's. Mahmoud's not one of those guys who didn't finish his simul game, is he? I don't think so. Alright, good. There was somebody, I thought their name was Mahmoud, who didn't play their simul game. We basically had a 20-board simul with only 18 games on Sunday, so I was kind of angry with the two guys and blocked them. I think there might have even been a third guy who only played like 7 moves or something. Alright. Sparkleware, Zen Chess, Bombast. Bombast is a terrorist. He beat me on that chess terrorist. He beat me in that trippy game where he played kind of unsoundly, but I missed bishop takes f7, crushing my brains in on Sunday. Don't underestimate AP7. Okay, look, this lag is getting pretty bad here. Now it's saying ping 86. Wow, I feel like I got really laggy pieces. Alright guys, I'm not expecting to win the tournament tonight. Too much jet lag and sleep deprivation. This is a move queen d2, which should allow knight to g4. But even that might not be that good. I mean, I could just transpose. Knight g4, knight takes c6. Oh, it's like d takes c6. Knight g4, knight takes c6, d takes c6. Bishop c5, or queen takes, rook takes, bishop c5, among other moves. I don't know. Obviously I can take back with the b pawn as well, which is more strategic. I mean, it's easy to equalize for black. Like, knight takes knight, b takes, bishop d4. Even bishop takes d4, queen takes d4, queen b6. Probably ain't bad. But getting an advantage, you know. Okay, he gave me his dark square bishop. This is like catastrophically bad for white. Though he may not lose a piece. He has terrible weaknesses. Oh, he can lose a pawn though, right? Knight takes g2 check. Knight takes f1, knight takes e7 check. Wins a piece for me. Wait, this just wins a piece, right? Good to calculate. I didn't see it in advance. But Mahmoud, the more important thing is like giving up the bishop on e3 in general. You don't want to trade that piece because it's your best piece in terms of the minor pieces. Because the Marazzi, what you're playing here, this Geza Marazzi. Here we are in Budapest, guys. Beautiful Budapest, Hungary. So Geza Marazzi, the ghost of Geza Marazzi. The white squares are controlled by the pawns, but the dark squares are very weak. And that's why he can't really afford to give up this dark square bishop. You thought it would be cool to be able to search through gigs of games. But Astrobate, I don't know if you can afford it, but I mean, the better way to go if you're interested in chess databases is probably to buy like the commercial chess base or something like that. You could even get Chess Base Lite, which is like a free program. If you're really interested, get into the chess databases. You should probably spring for Chess Base. I mean, lichess is not really meant to be used as a professional chess database. Okay. 8 million games there, and you don't need to buy anything. Right. That's not bad. You know, not a bad number. Not a bad number. That's it. Tell Astrobate all the secrets to chess, and then we'll never hear the end of it. He's gonna be getting better. I'm trying to keep that secret, you know. Don't give away all of our master secrets. Basically. Rook fd8. So there's even like free chess base. But what is that? 8 million games? That's like the chess base online. I'm not gonna do the link right now. Poisoned pawns. Alright, Bombast out in first place. There's a new player, Berlioz. 52 from Italy. Is that... oh no. The AP87 is playing down there at number 12. He can't have two accounts at once. Soltico says, every once in a while I see chess in a whole new perspective. Today is one of those days. That's interesting. That's a good sign that, you know, now what am I doing? I'm allowing c5. Okay. Whatever. I'm up a piece. That's a good sign, Soltico. It means that you still have room for growth and your mind is still not too closed. As you get older, that won't be the case. I don't think I've seen chess in from a new perspective in a long time. I can't remember the last time I saw it from a new perspective. It helps if you drink some really, really good tequila before trying to see it from a new perspective, in my experience. I had that once when I was looking at a game of Michael Adams's. I had this sort of religious experience, but I really think it was due to the tequila that I drank before analyzing the game. I thought I've totally changed the way I'm thinking about chess. Man, this guy is starting to make me angry. Making me angry. Alright, we'll just take this pawn. It's an off. Don't pre-move. I might as well pre-move. No matter what you do here, I'm going to win the game. No, but you know, like really good tequila, I mean, some people will claim that it has kind of hallucinogenic effects. I never, people say this about absinthe, or, you know, things that don't even exist, you know. Like absinthe isn't even a real drink. It's just a kind of mythological thing that was marketed. But tequila, I think, could have some kind of psychedelic properties. Alright, queen takes e4. No need for lessons, just drink tequila. It's not quite that simple, Mr. Coffee. I was already, you know, pretty strong before I had this enlightenment. Before I had the tequila awakening. And I never drank a lot of tequila. But I kind of wondered why those Spanish masters I hung out with preferred it. Alright. Mahmoud should give up the ghost here. It's basically a strategy for arena tournaments. It's best to resign if you want to have a chance to really do well. You might as well just give up the ghost. You lost position down a piece. Don't drag it out because you have more time to play more games and rack up the points, basically. But Mahmoud is getting his money's worth, which doesn't help either of us. We're gonna basically end up, you know, wasting 4 minutes. There he is. Good job. Resigns. Never did I tell someone good job for like resigning, but like seriously, I normally wouldn't rush people, but in this format, we should definitely just resign because it's beneficial to you and me, you know, that we end the game in a timely fashion. Oh, come on, Twitch. I don't get it. Why can't I watch in 720? Two Sharks complaining again. You ever play chess? You ever play chess? On weed? Who, me? I will not comment. I might run for public office someday. I don't want to be like Bill Clinton, you know. Merle's like 100. Good job. Thank you, Merle. Are you playing Merle the Earl? Thank you for the bits donation today, Merle. Merle, you forgot to like donate 102, 103. You should donate 3 more. Do the astrobate thing. Not 102, but 103, just to stay ahead of the game. Just an idea. Merle, thank you for the zombie cheer of 100. Merle's just watching, cool. Well, we had a really fun game with Morwa in the first game. Well, that's a John Stewart reference. I didn't catch it, of course. I thought there was something weird about it. Merle Dixon, thank you for the 125. Juicebox Wizard, what's up, man? The Lord Anas. And Simatowe. Simatowe, my new nickname for this guy. which I can't pronounce because it looks like Cyrillic. Simonier. I can't say it. Whatever. It's too hard to try to work it out. Murshad. It's similar to Murshid, like Niaz Murshid, the first and maybe only Bangladeshi grandmaster. All right. So maybe by this time there's another Bangladeshi grandmaster, but at the time, like in the 80s, when I saw the guy, he was still an IM, but I guess in the 90s he got his title. Only it's Murshid though, it's spelled differently. Possibly similar and related. Really, really. Saltiga is like Cannes Film Festival material. Alright. They're referencing movies I've certainly never watched. Cheesy pothead movies. Okay. Bishop g5. This is not cheesy. This is one of the sharpest openings in the d4 spectrum, the Botvinnik variation. Now, he's played bishop b4. What's the deal with that? Why does nobody play that move? That's kind of strange, now that I think about it. I mean, is it simply like a transposition to a Cambridge Springs without the knight on d7? Something about this is fishy. Why can't white clearly find the best move here? So I'm supposed to play like e3, allow queen a5, take an f6, sacrifice a pawn on c3, and play like knight d2. Seriously? I think that's an actual variation. But I don't know, you know, if it's really enough. I mean, do I really want to sacrifice a pawn? After e3, queen a5, I have to take an f6. Then it's bishop takes c3, b takes c, queen takes c3 check, knight d2, g takes f, cd, ed. Because cd, rook c1 wins a piece. So ed. And then we have some position that I think I saw in some book 20 years ago, which said, oh, white has a great advantage. But you kind of like wonder, okay, he's got double isolated pawns on f6, but is it all that bad for black, actually? He is a pawn up. So I could circumvent, you know, if I play queen c2, we have like a weird Vienna variation where my queen's on c2 too early. So I'm a bit bothered by this, to be quite frank. Why do more people not play bishop b4? Well, obviously, if c6 wouldn't be in, it would be a different opening. Yeah, I mean, it's a semi-slot where you play bishop b4. No one does that. I thought this is considered to be the main line, but it feels weak to play e3. I mean, it really seems like, you know, I should be making a developing queen move that protects the c3. But queen c2, d takes c4 bothers me a little bit. He just castled, and that's probably not good. Now queen c2 actually makes a lot of sense, I guess. I'm very, very confident about this. There's also queen b3. Queen b3 would basically force a5. But then what do I do? I'm gonna like lose on time. Juicebox is pouring the salt. One move from getting mated, he prefers to let time go 3 minutes and a half. A connection problem. Yeah, I don't think he's a troublemaker. He was nice enough to subscribe. Alright, knight on bd7 now. It's like a weird Queen's Gambit. where he's mixing systems. I think I actually had this position with black against my friend David Vigorito once, a million years ago. The problem is if CD is like a boring exchange Slav. Against David, though, my queen was out on A5 somehow. I played a horrible opening and then won. It was like a fast time control. Game 60, game 45, I don't remember. The overlay looks good. I think we can improve it, but it, you know, I rushed to get it up there today because I just figured out there was a bug. I couldn't get the Streamlabs OBS to start, and it wasn't the stream key, and I couldn't figure out what it was. But the last minute before the stream started, an hour before the stream started, I was trying to diagnose the problem and just kind of accidentally fixed it. I didn't really have time to fine-tune how it looks. Alright, what do we got here? AP 8-7 is in first. I'm in second. Zen Chess Bombus. It's too early to call. Notch Papa Escort Right is playing. So Murshad took back with the classic recapture. But I feel more comfortable now because it's more like a normal exchange variation. After CD, I don't like sort of boring structures. Symmetry. Excuse me. Top of the other overlay could be improved. It's hard to read. Everything can be improved. Alright. H4. I'm thinking like Ponda now. Really got to make a decision whether to go psycho here or just chill. I mean, if I had H4, H5... Alright, let's do it. Bust the Panda out. This is his first appearance since Morwa played H4 in game 1. H4, the move of the day. Alright, Panda, you sound weird. You ought to get some rest. So, I'm ready to just deal now. I'm not going to castle kingside. Maybe I could just play king f1, you know, if no problem, whatever. He could play, you know, interesting things with h5, stopping the pawn. Asterbate with 27-bit donation. Uh-oh. Asterbate, that's an odd number. Whoa, what did Asterbate just do? Asterbate has a cheer 10,000 badge. I just realized. Is that new? Alright. H5. Queen C7 seems like he's actually preparing to play against my king or something on C1. Am I really going to sacrifice the exchange here for this speculative nonsense? Okay, whatever. I'm just down a pawn, but I have massive compensation. I don't know. I don't know. I could take on h5, but I'm not fully developed yet. We'll just continue to play speculative stuff. I have knight takes d5, but he can interpose bishop takes c3. I mean, obviously there's bishop takes h7 check followed by rook h1. Maybe we're just better off sticking to the program. Not even messing around with that other stuff. There's too many choices, and those kind of positions can be hard to play. The other thing is you just don't know what you're going to do first. This is a really, really bad move. King e7 is a catastrophe. Because of bishop h6 check. He was afraid to go in the corner, but he really had to in that instance. What is going on? I have to update my Twitch stream. I think I missed something. What am I missing here? Subscriber cheer, what? What did I miss? Back to tournament. You're talking about the game when you said ouch, okay. But I don't think I played that really the best. I mean, he had bishop takes c3. I had the problem deciding between like 3 different plans tactically there. Who's this guy? Oh, this is that guy again. I don't want to play this guy. I'm not going to play this guy. The no tricks way. I'm just going to like resign if I get paired with this guy. He lost to AP 8-7. What's going on? The guy's 1,000 rating points higher. What happened? Somebody disconnected? He got a winning position and disconnected? Or he just lost in one move? Somebody explain to me what's going on here. Bomb is trying the game. Alright, forget that. Can somebody tell me what's going on? What happened with the AP 8-7 game? Was he just like completely lost? And he got mated in one or something? Because the did other weird stuff. He like beat me in a fishy game, and then the next game he like resigned against Bombast up 2 pawns or something like that. Alright, that was a couple weeks ago. It says checkmate. So thank you, Asterbait, for the donation. Leader number 1. He's gone to number 1 here. Asterbait, the weekly leader. Merle Dixon second. Chesspots or Wales 101. Alright, I'm not thinking. Why do I keep playing c4 against Bombast all the time? He seems really good at that. Dim says he got checkmated. Everybody can drop a mate in 1 here and there. I actually play a6 Bombast. But I'm not in the mood for your theoretical knowledge. He's obviously part of Sergei Shipov's Hedgehog Club. Something like that. Knight takes d4. Crest book. I just thought that was like a weird, kind of weird name. It's like Facebook, but Crest book. Okay, I just played b3. This is a totally passive move. Problem is Bombast is just super fast, so it's hard to play against him. Alright, I'm going to play bishop b2, something totally different. I normally don't set up like this, but actually I don't see anything wrong with it. Not my usual system. Knight d5, take, sacrifice a piece. Yeah, but you don't want unclear against a fast player who plays for time. You know, if I do something like sacrifice a piece with knight to d5, I'm just like giving him the unclear position. He kind of wants, I guess. He wants and needs. What is the plan though? It's very hard to play white in the hedgehog. I'm gonna go on record as saying this right now. Kind of a major issue when you really get down to it. The hedgehog is a very good opening to play in situations like this where you have fast time control. It's actually easier to play with black than it is with white, and basically you just do nothing and shuttle your pieces back and forth on the first 2 ranks, and the onus is on white to do something. The Marazzi is kind of basically the same. So yeah, it was a bad choice to play c4 against Bombast. For some reason, he's really, really good against c4. It's a weird quality to have. most people would be, you know, more experienced against e4 or d4, but it seems like of the three moves, for some reason I keep getting this. I'm not thinking when I'm like playing the opening against Bombas, but I keep getting these, let's say, English hedgehogs where I don't really think I'm playing very well, and he knows his systems. He's actually got two setups against the English if you think about it. He also plays c4, e5. It gives him flexibility. I don't know. I'll just shuttle my pieces back and forth. What's his bullet rating? Why is his bullet rating a mere 2027? How about 95 now? Yeah, I wish it would work. This rook fd8 I think is kind of a strange move. Yeah, but now we're gonna see the problem for me. Okay, I gotta do something. h6. Called it. Good call. Kind of a weird position. He's playing insanely fast. Basically, I think I have to sacrifice a pawn here. It's probably not sound either. But I don't see a better choice. How can he play this fast? Without even thinking about his moves. He's only used less than a minute for the first 22 moves. A complex sort of hedgehog. New screen. Yeah. It's not a screen, really. Just an overlay. Yeah. You beat No Tricks Way. I'm telling you, the guy is strange. It's very hard to figure it out what's going on with that guy. Okay. Say I feel like just resigning here. I mean, there's no way he's 2058. Every time I say this is crazy, his ratings are crazy. And it's true. I have no idea what I'm doing. Just making random moves. He gives me no time to think about real moves. I have no time to actually try to make moves I've thought through. You know, he literally doesn't give me the option to do that. Now I'm 3 minutes down with a lost position. He's like perfect. Just incredibly strong master player, bombist, and rated 2058. I mean, it's ridiculous. He has 50% against me in all of our games. I don't see how that's possible. Basically, you can't rationalize his rating. Yeah, it's just like systematically one threat and then another threat and then another threat, and it's just non-stop. I'm just gonna resign here. This guy just owns me, you know. He's way too strong. I mean, this game must be like perfect for black. So far, using no time. He was 8-2 against me. Yeah, I mean, it's absurd. What do you mean 8-2? No, I don't think it was that high. Look. Isn't this the complete score? But he's so fast and good too. He never, you know, gives me a moment to even think. You know, it's one thing if you could play really good, but that fast as well. It's like overwhelming. But his rating doesn't make sense. He should easily be over 2200 on lichess. Not like it's close or, you know, he'd have to just really scrape it, you know. He should easily be way over 2200 by a huge margin without any questions. And for some reason he's 2058. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. And then you look at his bullet rating, the speed at which he plays this game. How can he be like 2000 in bullet? I mean, he should be like 2500. If he can just crush me using like basically 1 minute for the whole game, how can he not be, you know, much higher rated? It just doesn't make sense. Now, basically, he let me survive for as long as I have here, making a few slight inaccuracies. But still, my position is extremely difficult. Probably lost, objectively. I'm down a pawn without real compensation. He was 2300 at the beginning of his chess career, but I mean, his lichess career. Dude, I mean, the guy is ridiculously fast. And anybody who's that fast should be 2400 in bullet or something. You don't even have time to think. Not like he's making bad moves, you know. He's making, like, inaccuracies at worst. I can't even think of how to get a threat, you know, somehow going on here. This is a really bad move. No clue what that does. It defended my f5 pawn. It's like he's like world loser on crack, basically. World loser was like almost 2200 strength, but Bombas makes him look like slow, you know. But why is his rating not showing his strength? That's what I'm asking. Does he like just resign games for fun or something to make his rating lower? I mean, then try his hardest against me. I don't understand. You know, it's weird. I mean, it's just 2058, dude. Get out of here, you know. Like, is he like 3 different people or something? I mean, I don't know. I always play the strong one. This is a strange move, knight g5. A little bit of a strange move. But, man, I mean, he's so strong. He may be playing too fast here in his lust to win. I don't like the 7+2 increment. I would always choose 3. But I mean, for a player who's like 2100 to have a 50% score against me overall, despite the games are some of them are simul games, I mean, he'd have to be like FIDE master, or really strong, you know, like a solid national master. USCF 2300, let's say, you know, maybe not FIDE 2300, but I would say USCF 2300. So in other words, like 22, 25, 2250, FIDE. He's actually close to, you know, even losing this. Keep my wits about me. Yeah, he's lost his advantage. I'm still not convinced he's lost. I see defense. But I was lost 100 different ways. Knight Rhino. Alright. It's kind of a messed up mate, but it's not actually mate, is it? But I mean, he really just played too fast. He was winning 100 different ways. And just to even let me even reach a drawn position, he had to really just try to blitz me instead of just trying to think a little bit and make a couple easy moves. He's incredibly strong. Like, I don't, you know, because I won that game, only because he mismanaged his clock, you know, this is ridiculously lost for me. That was just a terrible game that I played. I'm pissed about it. Alright. So, what's up, guys? We are still undefeated. Bombus is in second place. We stole the game. But I'm very disappointed with the way I played. It was the classic problem with the hedgehog, where you've got this position that's very hard to play. He played perfectly, basically. G4, H6, H4, Knight H7, and white's clearly worse. Just what I was afraid of, and he found it. Alright. It's funny that Erdna said, William, I'm a loyal player, and then he immediately got paired with me. That's weird. Is that how you get paired with someone? You actually... you just make a comment, and then suddenly they automatically pair you? Did E5 work in a game versus Bombast? Well, that would be possible. Alexandria Princess. Most of the strong players live live in their town. Good pronunciation. Live in the town where the account is located. Most of their strong players. I'm losing context of what we're talking about. I'm not going to just randomly say stuff from the chat and then try to pretend I understand what we're talking about. Okay, Infinite Flash Chess. I'll have to have a look at that later. I am a loyal player, not paired. Pawn to Arena. So Bombast letting me survive there kindly. I was so lost. It was just terrible. But he had like 2 minutes and I had 30 seconds and he just kept moving fast. I just needed to think just a little bit there. Okay, E5. So I guess Queen D2 is not the greatest variation for white here. It's not that bad actually. Infinite Flash is a loyal follower of Sir Williams. Sir William. I'm not winning a piece here, but we have other things. Maybe Bishop B4 there? Mate. This is not a good sacrifice. It was the same thing we saw earlier with the white square pawns and the Marazzi, and the dark square bishop has disappeared. That's not good. Now, I don't think this was the best necessarily for me, but I'm up a piece. I feel like I made some compromises here a little bit. Where's my knight going on E5? I check and take the pawn. You were down like -3 in the middle game there. Yeah, totally lost. Like, there's not even a question. And he had 2 minutes to 30 seconds. And that's when you need to bear down, you know. It's interesting, he can't get any control of the dark squares. Bishop A3. Look at forcing moves. Bishop A3. Yeah. A little generous. I'm foggy-headed again. Not really great. Playing weird moves without a plan. Never a good recipe to just be like grabbing material randomly. One move threat. Now I can trade queens. Which is the best way to do it? Because I was going to play queen b4. AP h7, this is another player who we can clearly pinpoint to bad time management. I mean, I don't mean to like nitpick you guys. We can just have fun and play. But my job is usually to kind of like help you guys get better and to try to diagnose what's wrong with your game. And I mean, this time management again is really bad. You know, probably AP h7 doesn't play any slow games. And if you don't play slow games, you're not going to be able to adapt to the 7+2 time control. Here we're just trading stuff. Bishop e3, threatening rook d8 in the event of some weird move like rook g2. Literally like the worst move he could play. Because I have rook d8, and now he's pinned. And I can play c5 next move. And this is terrible. Alright, so bad time management. Sometimes people get nervous, like playing a higher rated player. Maybe there's also the effect that I'm streaming and I'm, doing the stream and you're playing live with other people watching you. So I think that in that game, AP87, he didn't play his best. The effect of people watching. A nice over-the-board tactic. By the way, if we could pause it for a second. I just want to see what Infinite Flash Chess was talking about my other game. Guys, by the way, tomorrow morning we're streaming Blitz and Rapid Chess. We'll try to do the unusual opening stream again. So let's see what you're talking about here. Infinite Flash Chess for a minute. He pointed out something about e5. Oh. You see, the problem is Bombas played a bad move order. And then I played a stupid move, in fact. Normally I always play like bishop e3 in this type of line. This would normally be my next move. If he plays the correct move, queen c7 instead of knight bd7, yeah. Yeah, so let's see. Knight on bd7, e5, bishop takes g2, e takes f6. Bertsesh actually blundered this back in 2002 when he was a kid. Yeah, it just loses a piece. So, far from perfect. Bombas playing too fast. That's his problem. +3 there was my game. For him. Alright, back to the tournament. Prash says, whoa, the new stream frame is eye-catching. We've got the green theme. But I think, Soltiga, we need multiple color themes. When we're in the green mood, the green room. Join tournament. Uh-oh. Why am I in the lead here? I'm getting the streak starter. I messed up Bomba's streak starter. He dropped out after that game, it looks like. No, he's back. Alright. He's back. He took a short break. He needs to get a streak starter. Morales, Naj Papa. Naj Papa's playing Scoble, who's... Wow, it looks like... What's Scoble white there? Scoble's dangerous with white. We played him for the first time. Plays the Black Mardemer type of stuff. The only thing I don't particularly like is the white background on the top. Yeah, everybody's got their... You can't please all the people, basically. Wait. Bombas had mate in 1 and didn't play it? Last move? What is he doing? He's like toying with his opponent? Guys, seriously. He just didn't play mate in 1 for several moves. Against tall 5. For several moves, he has knight h6 mate in 1. Maybe he's on tilt because he lost the game against me. That can mess with your concentration. Who is that? Scoble says the 1400, 1500. Yeah, you got to watch those guys. Well, I mean, one of the things is a lot of people don't have rapid games. Of course, you got to have 20 games to join the arena, which is interesting. Well, the Naj Papa guy, I can't speak about him. It's a Hungarian. If he's like scoring well, yeah, that's pretty scary. This guy also from Hungary. Aha. So we got a couple of Hungarians who seem fairly low rated, but they're doing well. Did we play Goo ourselves? 2.5, a half. So he got a draw against me. It's pretty good. I'm streaming from Hungary. That's the relevance. The Hungarians in the tournament. Alright. Why do we have this notifications? Baleful plays c4. I play all different things against the English depending on my mood. c5, e5, b6. Now there I used to play bishop b4 back in the day. I always wanted to make it work. Roman played it against me a million years ago. We're basically playing Mule Skinner's opening with colors reversed. Oh, that's not respectful. The a3 inducing bishop takes c3 check. It's bad enough in the Rossalimo, but you know, that was actually a variation. I think I have an old game in a book I saw. Nejmedinov collected games, and he had a game with like Shamkovich or someone, where like Shamkovich played a6 against the Rossalimo. I think it was Shamkovich or someone else, but I knew Leonid because he lived in the United States. He immigrated like in the 70s from the Soviet Union, but it was funny because like a6 against the Rossalimo, it's like crazy to like waste the tempo to induce the other guy to double your pawns. I mean, somehow in the Nimzo it's not as bad, the so-called Samish variation. So Baleful's just going for trades. Bishop g5 makes some sense because that piece is going to become a bad bishop, and so this is actually kind of a thoughtful move for him, I would say. I don't know about bishop takes c6. It's not the most ridiculous move because you're trading pieces and eliminating knights in closed position. But I think it's probably a positional mistake for white to do bishop takes c6. Bishop g5 is fine because that's going to be a problem piece. But basically Baleful was slightly worse from the moment he played a3. Okay, guys. Alright, we're a little jet lagged. Past pawn 99. Is the 20 game limit to help stop cheaters? Yeah, basically. I mean, it's to discourage people who might create accounts like the day of the tournament, which has happened in the past. They just like create a new account and play in the tournament, like just raking people with computer accounts. It will slightly discourage, you know, this just creating an account, you know, a disposable account for the day of the tournament, basically. All right, h6. I guess I should have considered taking on f4. Wow. He's keeping his bishop. Man. You got to be careful with Baleful. He's from Croatia, and any Central or Eastern European players, I mean, I've lived in Hungary for like 15 years. I mean, everybody's good from all the neighboring countries around here. Croatians, Serbians, chess players in this region of the world typically are playing some really good chess. You don't see bad players coming out of like Croatia. American, yeah, you get some really, really weak players, but not so much from the Eastern Europe. Okay, bishop c6. We got the bishop into a really, really good diagonal. And that's not a bad piece. His bishop is marginal. I was surprised he tried to keep it. Seemed kind of greedy. When we play for tactics, we have queen h5, which is going to destroy him. And this is a typical maneuver in the Grand Prix attack anyway. Bombist. Baobist. It's GM Imre Balog. That's a theory. It's a theory. Yeah, right. Balog Imre is an extremely strong blitz player. You know, he's good. He's on the next level. He's a little bit better than Bombist. I've only played Imre once. He's a specialist in like blitz and rapid chess. He's extremely fast. So that he's got that in common with Bombast. No, I don't know about this theory. This is definitely Alexandria Princess. This is definitely somebody just thought he's like Imre Balag, probably, in the fact that he plays ultra fast. Yeah, unfortunately Bombas just bites the tactical dust here. The bishop takes f3. I played Balag Imre once in a long time control, and it was a draw. I was slightly better, but it was still a draw. It was 2011, I think. Fact. It's like a Trump tweet. Fact. Bombast is Grandmaster Imre Balag. Balag Imre. Straight out of the Hungarian Rapid Championship. Alright. It would be cool if Balag Imre would play. I don't really know him. He seems like kind of a shy person. Alright. Rook on a to e8. Don't just write this guy off, because he's down a rook. He's threatening to do bad things to me. I think one of the things you got to really keep in consideration is to keep the pedal to the metal. When you're in the better position, keep your alertness, to maintain an alertness level. A lot of people really let up. I mean, when you have a winning position, especially in blitz, they'll just like, oh, I'm up a rook, whatever. Any move will win. And in fact, I lost a tournament game against Huang Trong once when I was actually up a rook. I mean, there was some complications, but still, a rook is a rook. So, okay, we're finally going to take him out, it looks like. I mean, the extra rook is going to surely but surely. You'd know if he's Balag Imre. Alright. Very talented blitz player. Imi. Alright. Now it's finally over. The three heavy pieces have outnumbered the two. Baleful beat me in the first game, and that was funny because now I can't remember the story, but there was some significance behind that game. What was the story with that in the final position there? I must have lost on time or something. I've already hashed this before. We'll have to rehash it. So Tushark is going to play Bombast. I'm not accusing Bombast of being a cheater or something. He's not suspicious, but what I can't accept is his rating, It's like, I've said this a million times, but it's like he's just too good for his rating. It's just not fair. That is mate in 2. Bang, bang. Smothered mate. Alright, so we're up to 20 points. If I'm losing to Bombast, fine. If he's 2,300, then I don't feel bad about it. But I feel bad about it. It's like embarrassing when he's rated 2,000, when he's crushing me like a dog. Alright. Where's Nefyadov lately? Bombas should no question be rated 2,300. Beer Boy is in second place. Alright, is this another Hungarian? We have this mysterious Hungarians. Good, Notch Papa. But Beer Boy could be from anywhere. Beer Boy on 13 points. He's what, 5-0? He got a draw with Aths Court right in the first round. Hasn't faced a lot of high-rated players. Alright, monkey pushing wood. Monkey pushing wood got a draw 3 games ago. His first and only draw against me. I think that was Simul, right? Yeah. 30-30 Simul. That wasn't recent. I didn't have that recently, did I? Must have been a while ago. I hadn't done any 30-30 Simuls since until this last week. The web page posts his name and current achievement and rating. Why is it 2148? The take there is an interesting line. We got another Botvinnik variation. He says he USCF 2420. What are we talking about? Who's USCF 2420? Well, you can put in whatever you want, like on lichess. We're not talking about Imre Balag again. Balag Imre would be like 2600 USCF. The pawn triangle, exactly. Balag Imre is a grandmaster from Budapest, Hungary. That's correct. But why are we talking about him? I don't understand. I'm trying to make 2 moves in a row, which I've been known to do before. Queen b6, very strange. There's clearly some confusion about people's identities around here. I'm International Master William Paschall. I live in Budapest, Hungary. My FIDE rating sucks. It's 2345 because I have brain fog. Okay, bishop d7. My USCF rating is still hovering around 2450. Okay. It's still not too late for me to improve my ratings. Man, c5 is starting to look kind of tempting here. It's such a massive space advantage on both fronts. I kind of hate closing the queen side, though. Two Shark is also banned on lichess. Two Shark. Alright. Guys, let's concentrate on the tournament here. Beer Boy is in 2nd place. Is this a good line versus the triangle for white? Well, this was a triangle move order? Wait. Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, the gambit with let me see. How do we do this? You know what? Well, I mean, knight c3 is the main line against the pawn triangle, but I have played bishop g5 in the past. That's Beliavsky's move. And I think that's kind of a cool line. The only downside and fun killer with that is like when black goes bishop e7. And then you have to channel the Ponda and play h4. Alright, but anyway, it's too late for bishop g5. I never really liked playing the Noteboom variation, but I guess if you learn it, it's a lot of fun for both sides. No, I had a trick on your profile which confused people into thinking I was also banned, yeah. You see what you do, you get this conspiracy theory started with stuff like that, Too Shark. There's the b6. Alright, I'm just circumventing a5. So I can play a3 without worrying about my rook hanging. Now you gotta go with a4. And now I'm like, why did I put my rook on b1? But monkey pushing wood, you know, he's playing insanely passively here. Not his best game. Alright, well, there are some tricks I'm not real thrilled about right now. Knight takes b5, let's say. Yeah, I don't want your stinking pawn. I'm just going to play knight e5, Try to eliminate that defender of the b5 pawn. Josh Friedel once told me about the blob pawn formation. Midnight Rhino. I had battles with the Josh in his youth a few times. What did I do? I beat him a couple times early, and then I lost once. With the one time I lost to Josh, the only time I ever lost against him was the time that I played the St. George defense. I think I had a couple beers before the game, and I was really a little too overconfident. But that was a long time ago before he was a GM. Alright. 95. The only game I ever lost with the St. George defense. True fact. The Monadnock Marathon. Wow. That's truly awesome. Old school, man. Wow. The Blobfish. It's a good name for an opening. Wonder if I should play bishop takes f6 first there, just to kind of simplify life a little bit. I should have done it. Actually, I'm very, very stupid not to have played bishop takes f6. Because now it's not that bad for him. He gets to trade pieces. He's only got a slightly worse pawn structure. There's no time for nonsense with... Man, this is a huge mistake that I made not playing bishop takes f6. Do I drink beer before my games? It's been known to happen. But not, you know, recommending it as a way to do things. Oh, goodness. That's a lot of pieces for the queen. Queen takes b4, a takes b4, rook takes a8, check. Knight b8, rook takes b8, check. Oh my gosh. So at the end of the day, I clean up all the rooks. He takes my knight. Yeah, and this probably is good. But something could go wrong here because he has a passed pawn. Oh. He didn't take back. Well, that changes the calculations. No, I think you should have gone for it. The knight b8. You could do a solo 38-hour stream. Don't want to destroy your health or something. Saltigo. Saltigo. Midnight Rhino, is that you? Yeah. So Midnight Rhino knows about the Monadnock Marathon. Sadly, the Monadnock Marathon was a tradition by which a marathon tournament was held in New Hampshire. And my friends played in that tournament, but I actually never did. That's the sad part of the story. Not a lot of those marathon tournaments exist in real life. I think we're starting to see where monkey pushing wood really excels. Where I decel. He likes being down a piece and then playing for... Basically playing, you know, from a situation where he's worse, it looks like. Some people do this, they're like really motivated by having worse position. Like, it brings out the best in them because they feel like the pressure's on now, you know. He's basically playing better than he did the whole game at this point where he's down a piece. A lot of people just give up, you know, when they have a lost position. Other players motivate harder. But your boy is scoring a little too well for someone with that rating. But he's not been paired with strong players for the most part. Alright, dude, stay away from the chalupas. I'm feeling crazy. I do this move and he doesn't even care. He just plays like rook c3 or rook b3. I like sacrificed my pawn on e4. Just doesn't care. Juicebox Wizard. It took me so long to understand your handle. Till someone pointed it out, like in the springtime. That was weird. Alright. But monkey pushing wood is actually hurting us badly. This is another one of the situations where the dude, he likes being down a piece and saving lost positions, but this is a situation where he should really give up. You're killing us, basically. You're hurting us both by prolonging the game down a piece. You should resign and continue later. Thank you. Alright, back to tournament. So we got 24. Still out in the lead, but Beer Boy, a perfect score other than a draw with Escort Right. That looked like a legit game. How's Escort Right doing? It's not in the number 11, right out of the leader group. Alright. 38 players. I think a lot of people didn't know I'd be doing this stream because I've switched from USA to Budapest time zone. Yeah, this was the name. Classic rock songs. So we got paired with Escort Right. The guy with the, I was just talking about him. Alright. He supported the stream with a small donation every week. This is really nice. Alright, so c4, e6, and knight c3, bishop b4 play our Nimzo. Usually against lower rated players, I will go with King's Indian. But I'm playing the Nimzo more lately, and it's a little easier for me to kind of whip out the moves. The King's Indian, I feel like I have to think a little bit more. Here I thought of it. It was a childhood nickname. Being the only kid who could punch the straw through. Midnight Rhino subscribed. Thank you. Twitch Prime subscription. It's good that they kept the Twitch Prime subscriptions going on. So Seth Court right going with the main line. And I don't really know the Hubner variation. This is a serious problem with my Nimzo repertoire. I mean, I guess we could play it. We just don't know it. Knight f3, bishop takes c3 check. B takes c d6. Wanted to go knight f3. He can also play knight e2. That's another story, right? What's happening there? Then we have to play. Okay. Well, now he's playing a Samish variation, which is a completely different line, but it works for me. This works for my repertoire, because this is how I play against the Samish anyway, with knight c6 and knight a5 and bishop a6 and all that stuff. So this transposes to some games. I've been successful in this variation. I'm not a huge supporter of a3. It's playable. This guy, Karsha Laszlo, drew a game against me last year or the year before in the Hungarian Team Championship playing a3. If you want to play, the a3 type of lines, you might want to play like f3 on move 4. You can play f3 on move 4 and then play a3 later on in certain variations. I think the f3 Nimzo is pretty good. If you don't know the best line for black, which I do. What do you recommend versus bishop d2? Okay, ask Julio Granda Zuniga. I mean, I don't know. That's one of those moves that's just like, There is no idea. Like, you just pick a move and play it. I mean, yeah, they're all playable. You know, any kind of continuation there. No recommendation with bishop d2. I think the only funny trick with bishop d2 I brought up on the stream like last week, that if black plays what exactly b6 against bishop d2, white can try, I guess, e4. Bishop takes c3, bishop takes c3, knight takes e4, queen g4, which is a kind of cool justification of this bishop d2 Nimzo. So if you look at the games of the Peruvian grandmaster, he like plays bishop d2. It's exactly from his typical modus operandi, where he doesn't know theory. He's just an insanely natural player, and he actually beats like really high rated players, like high 2600s, playing things like 4 bishop d2 against the Nimzo, because the rest of his game is so good that he just avoids theory and then outplays people with pure chess. Okay, so e4 here. I don't know why I'm surprised by this move, honestly. I mean, it seems pretty standard. So knight a5, we don't want to play right away. I guess we'll castle. But it's kind of a weird move order, because if I castle, he can play bishop g5. So basically we don't have time to mess around with that. I'll have to play knight g8. In other words, like knight a5, e5, knight g8. That doesn't seem really great for me. And we don't have... Like, it's very easy to lose a piece with black, actually. I mean, d6 drops a piece. It's pretty disturbing. Why should this move even be an option? CD doesn't help. Yeah, I don't win any part in castles. I'm gonna just go Jan Elvest here with knight a5, and if he plays e5, we're gonna have to retreat back to g8 and just live with it. I saw Elvest play Samish Nimzo with like b6 really early. It's a kind of more unusual variation. Yeah, the f3 variation is much better than the Samish. But there are solutions for black. But this particular move order was very weird. You know, he played a3, I played, let's see, b6. You know, is it possible that my move order is inaccurate? Let's see, b6, knight f3. Okay, so it's entirely possible bishop a6 was an inaccuracy. Like, I made this move too early. I guess I should castle first. And on e4, play knight e8. Now I ended up basically kind of losing a tempo. Although, at the end of the day, I mean, maybe white's weakness on c4 is pretty significant. Now he's threatening d5. But if I take on d4 and he takes back and I put pressure on c4, problem is I can't really maintain the pressure. Again, this is kind of out of my element here. Not the way it was supposed to happen. We may just be seriously worse here. Because d5 is a huge problem. The problem is that if knight e7, you know, among other things, I'm going to have problems with I don't know. Alright, whatever. We're going to lose on time. I'm not going to give him all the secrets of the position. He played bishop g5 pretty early there. Yeah, this is a committal move, let's say. It's probably not that bad for white, but probably not his best. So he has to play d5, and he has a space advantage in the center, but he didn't do it. This is also a good plan. Knight e4 is just a massive threat. What if I played d5 anyway? Bishop takes d3, pawn takes, that's worse. Takes knight c6. That's bad. Is there any kind of double attacks? Knight takes d7 sacks. Yeah. What are we talking about? Now I think we should seriously consider castling queenside. It's obviously a risky decision, but if I play castles kingside, I think he's like playing f4 and he's gonna crush me on the king side. Man, this was a great game by white. Seriously. Just keeps coming up with threats. He's playing super fast too. I missed anything here. I'm slightly worse. Well, I'm actually clearly worse. Just a totally brilliant game by white thus far. I managed to beat him in blitz in a simul game, but this game white is clearly better. His time management is very, very good. That's the one thing I haven't seen from a lot of the opponents here. He's actually used his time. He's used it properly, not too much, but not playing too fast, and coming up with good, maintaining his position and maintaining his position. And this is very mature. Majority of players just either try to play for time, or they think too much. This might be a mistake. Then again, maybe not. I feel like I'm safer just getting the queens off the board, but it's a kind of problem because I can't comfortably blockade and keep him off the 7th rank here. So I'm in a little bit of a panic. I don't think I'm really better. I wonder if I should have taken with the queen. Then he has other ways of counterplay. Maybe I have king c7, and then rook check, rook d7. Then what do I do, though? This is a wild move. He's getting kind of fancy with the f4 move. Until that, it looked like white was doing fine. But now we're looking at a pawn down for white, and don't really see it being quite enough compensation. Though in the endgame there, alright, he doesn't want to trade queens, so there won't be an endgame. Well, this was a great find. Just keeps the pressure on me. Another great move. Pawn takes pawn. That doesn't work because of queen takes f4 check of all moves. Man, this game is taking forever. There's literally like 16 minutes left in the tournament. Morales is going to catch me. Beer Boy with a nearly perfect score. Bombas, those guys are not close. Hungarians fell back to 5th and 6th. Just resigned another game. Trying to berserk. Rook takes d8 check. Here. He doesn't seem to want endgames. But I'm lucky I wasn't clearly worse. Man, he's pretty intent on like not going into the endgame. Which is a little weird given the time situation, but still he has compensation, it seems. Just constantly pressuring me and making annoying type of moves. Oh, now he really made a mistake. Because I can just take with the knight and then everything's cool. And we're just 2 pawns up in this endgame. I missed 93 there. It's not that clear. He gets on the 7th in that position. It's getting kind of hard to finish him off. Damn, the dude just won't give up, man. But I don't know if we're going to get enough time to play another game now. This is bad for this. The time. We need to play one more game. Alright. That was a really good game by white. Barely won that. Misplayed the opening. No time to go over that, though. Alright, guys, we have time for one more game, apparently. Enough to stay ahead of the pack. We didn't get a lot of high-rated players this week. No other masters. Actually, what happened to Zen Chess? He was here. He's like 2100. No Tricks Way. That's a weird account. Zen Chess lost a couple games and dropped out. Too late for him, probably. Yeah, he believed his king was safer than mine, but also you don't want to trade. Yo, though I think there was some moment where he could have traded queens, like maybe when he was 1 pawn down and had chances to draw. Okay, dude, that's silly. Berserk. I'm not berserking here. Scoble played a first game against me with the weird stuff, so he plays strange openings. What am I doing? Yeah, so this is our anti-Chigorin. So against Sladgie I had this. And Nikola here played e5, which is a weird gambit. But this is more normal. So there's some neat variations in this type of line. Knight b4, castles, knight c2, knight h4. He's not going into that. Well, I mean, if you don't play knight b4, then you just have a kind of slightly worse position with black. A rather standard Catalan. b3, I guess. I've had this a lot, actually. Although black's position is still fairly solid, I don't think it's really what this player wants, you know. I mean, judging by his style against me, you know, he's looking for gambit, aggressive lines. Now he's got like a really positional, sort of passive positional type of setup. I mean, that's not typically what these players who play the Chigorin are really looking for. So we've won the battle of the opening. Yeah, this is very standard, bishop f5. Now he repositions his knight. Okay. Maybe I should go for his bishop pair, try to grab it, I guess. Now white's slightly better. Maybe e4. e4 knight takes g6. It's not that much advantage for white though. Maybe I'm better off not playing e4 too early and just kind of keeping the pressure. If I play e4, it gives him a very easy structure to play. Let's just try to build. Oh no, if I go here. There's got to be something. Well, if nothing else, I can play bishop takes a7. b7. He just instantaneously played c5. That's a really wild move. Looks pretty crazy. Very impulsive decision to play c5 there, I would say. So pawn takes pawn. What are we winning a pawn here? We're actually not winning a pawn, but we have knight takes d5, or e takes d5, knight takes d5, bishop takes f2 check, and then rook takes f2. White has nasty looking pressure from the bishops. We don't have to take the pawn though. But this is a really unsound decision that black played c5. Yeah, I actually was more concerned. He didn't think too long in this position. Again, bad time management, but you know, this looks crazy, but if you can calculate d takes c, b takes c, queen takes d4, he probably didn't want any part in that. But I was actually looking at this because it's a very forcing continuation. D takes c4, b takes c4, queen takes d4, and now I didn't see anything clear for white. Knight b5, queen d7, knight d5, queen c5. You know, and of course I have like compensation, but I still am not sure, like, because he has this little escape hatch with rook a7 all the time, I'm not sure that I'm actually, you know, winning anything tactically. Alright, maybe he's trying to wait me out here or something. What happened to Morois, by the way? We lost him early. He played the first game against me, and then I guess he had to leave. So he was our other 2200 player. Bombas, 300 points underrated. He should be a master. Morales is pretty tough. Aldisto showed up, and now he's got 10 points, but it's too late. But thank you guys for playing and watching the stream. We're gonna close out the tournament in like 10 minutes, and close out the stream. Tomorrow we're gonna be streaming again. Weird Wednesday. Back to that theme. Weird openings theme on Wednesdays. Blitz and Rapid Chess here on lichess. Subscribers will benefit from the first challenge preference. All right, Scobell moved. Now I remembered there was a kid in my high school, in my elementary school and high school, named Skobelov. It's obviously Russian, but I was trying to remember why Skobel's name was so familiar to me. It's like the only kid in the school that I ever got into like a serious fight with. Alright, c takes d5, e takes d5. Then we can just try to win the pawn outright with like rook on c to d1 here. But knight takes d5, knight takes d5. Sorry, knight takes d5, bishop takes f2 check. Rook takes f2, knight takes d5, rook d1 resigns. That looks convincing, actually. So at the end of the day, we take on d5, he takes on f2, we take it back. He can't take on d5. Well, he can, right? But he's down a piece then. So we're just killing him, basically. So he has to play knight takes d5, queen takes c5, which is bad for black too. This is terrible. The IQP is bad. Yeah, he made an insanely impulsive decision to play knight b8 and c5. I mean, c5 isn't what you should be doing. He should be playing c6. But this is the problem when an aggressive player gets a passive position. A lot of times they don't like to defend, and so they lash out. And that's why I said I won the battle of the opening. Yeah, he might want to employ this. The system with e5 that Sedlak played against me, which is a gambit, but it's fun, you know. You get some compensation, some weird play. The other possibility, though, is like, seriously, the point is that you can play knight to b4, and then white castles, and then knight c2, and knight h4, and knight takes a1, and knight takes f5, and it's like a crazy position where white sacks the exchange. A lot of cool stuff there. It is pretty ugly. But will we win the game in time? Probably not. Beer Boy's going to finish second. He's like 1600. No, he's 1800. Okay. No forced wins yet. It feels like black should, I mean, white should have a forced win here. Knight takes f6 check. That seems kind of wimpy. And then do this. Is f5. f5 is actually not a bad move. Yeah. Alright. Now. Alright, I didn't find anything really great at the end of the day. We put our bishop on a stupid square. Brilliant. Knight e5 doesn't work. Knight f6 doesn't work. Rook e7 and rook c7 look very awkward. Knight b6 doesn't work. Queen b6 sacrifices a piece. And I have my doubts for black. I didn't see the idea of going queen d2 for some reason. I mean, I obviously had this queen c3, queen d4 type of stuff. White to move and win. The simple move. B4. Does he have a defense here? He has a defense here. Oh man. Well, at least if you make him think it's white to move and win. He doesn't see it. No, I don't see a defense. Yeah, I was hallucinating. I don't get it either. No, I had a hallucination. I always thought it would be 30 minutes later than today's start time. Too sharp. No, I don't get it. Bishop takes pawn. Rook takes rook, queen takes rook, queen takes d7. Winning a piece. He resigned. We don't have enough time for another game, so that's going to finish. We win the tournament as Morwa drops out. There's no other masters except for Bombast. And he's hiding his 2,000 rating. Aldous only got to play a couple games. So Beer Boy was like 9 out of 10. That's a pretty impressive performance. 2244 for a guy who's rated like 1800. Nice job. Morales here has been getting stronger over the months. He lost a couple games at the end, but still takes third. So let's see who's left. Gu, the leading Hungarian player. Very decisive results. No draws. Aldisto had a couple draws against Beer Boy and Scobell. So Aldisto, who's won this tournament on numerous occasions, one of the strongest players. Bombast had a loss against Beer Boy and a loss against Aldisto, who's really strong. Oh man, I mean, damn. Yeah, that's pretty strong. Beer Boy beat Bombast. And Monkey Pushing Wood played a million games. He got up to 15. Noj Papa with a perfect score. That's a nice, another 2090 performance. AP87. And Ananas only got to play 4 games, kind of rounding it out. Thanks again, JCS, for the donation for the stream. Okay, I start with 35 minutes. What are you guys doing? What's up, Ananas? Thanks for subscribing. So the finale of the tournament, Sparkle Horse manages to win. I was a heavy favorite with Morwa not playing and basically, not so many higher rated players today. Beer Boy finishes with a master performance. Morales with 2100. Gu, Aldisto, Bombas, Monkey Pushing Wood, Noj Papa, App, and Ananas rounding it out, top 10. Thank you guys. I managed the perfect score. It wasn't easy. I was in trouble, particularly obviously lost against Bombast and under pressure against Seth Courtright. Who else? That was the two. There was a funny game in the first round against Morwa, but particularly the games with Bombast and S. Courtright were particularly difficult for me. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching and subscribing. Thanks from the Ponda, our first Ponda arena. Hey guys, okay, tomorrow is the next stream, 10 a.m. CEST. It's going to be our first weird opening stream for a long time, so just remember to be there, okay? Alright, thanks for playing. Bye-bye. So it is time for the weird openings to come back. We weren't doing that stream. We canceled our Wednesday stream in America, but we're doing 6 streams a week again. So I'll see you guys tomorrow at 10 a.m. Thanks, Soltigo, for all your help and helping me to fine-tune this new stream setup. And once again, thanks for playing and subscribing, guys. Bye-bye.